Hello. I got lost in my own StreamYard. No. What's up? Hey, y'all. Who is here today? I'm so sorry I'm late. The reason I'm late has to do the with the stream today. Hello, MG. Hello, John. Hello, Shirley. Aaron. Aaron Olivia. Fed. I don't know what that means. Flux? What does that mean? But hello, MNHS06. Am I loud? Hey, Jim. Hi, Rose. Jesse, Flash fan, of course. Dennis, Connie, TBB Wolfie, Linda. Watching on your lunch break. You should have spring break. Everybody should just have spring break today, right now. Yes, that's what we're going to do today. We are going to be doing the stream. I mean, the donation, the GoFundMe donation today. And, oh, wow. Surely it has already gone up since I started preparing for this stream like 15 minutes ago, maybe longer than that. And I wrote it down and it was 19,827. But I will update that in just one sec. Hold on. Let me check it. Let me share this for y'all too. Share, share, share. Here we go. Uh-oh. Lost again. There we go. Here we go. Wow. Hey, what the hell? So nice to have you in chat. So, what we're going to do today is, yeah, it's 19,847. Every $100. I will be taking a disgusting shot of hot Tito's. Okay, bye, Zach. You don't want to be here for this anyway. I just went to the store and picked it up, and so it's nice and disgusting and hot. I tried to like cool it down before, but I'm always late, so it didn't happen. I don't know what that is, MG. I don't, I'm not a drinker. If that's some kind of drink, I don't know. What's Tito's? Tito's is vodka that is what do you call it? Distilled. It's made in Austin. And I'm in Austin. So, yes. Fed. Yes. I mean, handmade. I don't know. I don't know how vodka is made, to be honest. Is it really bad vodka? That's like the only thing I drink. I mean, to me, alcohol tastes like, I mean, yeah, vodka just tastes like vodka. Yep. Yep. Y'all don't tell me how gross it is. Like, y'all want to see me vomit on stream? I don't. I think I got the tech working. I don't know. I guess we'll see in a sec, won't we? Oh, I forgot to add it to the stage so y'all can see. I mean, I'm not sure it's actually the tech that is the issue. I think it's me, Dave. I'll let you know as soon as I start having a problem. Also, there's a link on Discord. Yeah, it is about to get off the chain, especially since I don't drink. No, that's a terrible idea, Flash fan. Distilled potatoes. I do love me some potatoes. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So I know a lot of you ask for the like, I don't know what y'all were talking about, but there were a lot of people in the chat yesterday that said that had Hi Guys video. I thought y'all said that Jeremy was on there discussing the federal lawsuit, but I'll look into that. I'll look into that. But I don't drink for do not drink for donations. Shirley says, "Oh, good grief, do not drink for donations. We are all game. We love the Hales. Just leave the booze alone. Now I am a granny with white hair. Mine the old lady." Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what my parents are gonna say if they see this. Anyway, people kept telling me to, okay, I won't look into it. They wanted me to watch some interview with Jeremy on DUI Guy's channel, uh, and anyway, I did message him, and he said I can play it. I went to go play it, and, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I couldn't figure out which one it was. I did just, like I was on my phone and went, "Well," with the fast forward thing to see where it was, and I couldn't see Jeremy on any of the ones that I thought were talking about the federal lawsuit, so that's where we are on that, and why it's really disgusting. Y'all are MG, you're so nice. You are so nice. Hello. Yes, I do want you on. Wait, I want you on. How do I send you a link, though? I'm asking you directly. Can you come on? Oh, I know how I can send you a link, probably on Instagram. Oh, or at what the hell's yeah, or the what? Or that'll work. Awesome. Okay, now I'm getting nervous. Now I'm gonna have to have a shot just for this. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I I'm gonna be like my 4-year-old. I am brave. I am brave. I can do this. I've got this. So cute. So cute. Uh-oh. Here we go. I already forget what I'm sorry, hold on one second, guys. I'm getting this set up. Okay. Hopefully that link works. I feel like the S's on my voice are really annoying me. What's up over here? Okay, I sent it. I sent it. I sent it. It is. Young, it is. Okay. We don't actually have to do a shot right now. We don't have to, but I am thirsty. I think I might pour me some water as we wait. Let me see. Oh my god, did I just have that on screen, you guys? I did. Oh well. I'm an idiot. Oops. Okay, so don't tell me that because apparently I'm dumb and open up my screen on like I don't know. You know? With lawsuits and stuff, sometimes you're not supposed to say things. Pretend y'all didn't see that. What a dummy. What a dummy. I think I need Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, that's good and bad at the same time. Oh, okay, I was just asking, like, legal questions, but you're right, they weren't on screen. Thank God. But, also I d I did get an auto response. I did. Hey, Mystery Sniper. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Thank y'all, everyone. That really made my stomach hurt for a second there. I think I might have to I'm gonna have to get this started with They are, they said they are. Oh, there they are. Sorry. Oh,
We're here.
hi. How long have you been sitting there?
For about 3 days, 7 hours, 23 minutes, and 2 seconds. And I
Oh
got
my
all that information from Judge Grudge. He likes to keep info like that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 15 minutes.
15 minutes!
15 minutes. Oh my God. Yeah, he can't let that go, can he?
You know what? He's got some deal with 15 minutes, yet at the same time, he can get through 10 injunction hearings in less than an hour, sometimes more. So,
Sometimes more.
who
Yeah.
knows?
He is a must be yeah. MG says you must be exact down to the second.
You have to be. If you're in Levy County, you have to be down to the second. That's the rules.
Yeah. So I have been on a binge of your videos. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have been.
Well, let me just from the forefront say I'm sorry, and and you are a glutton for punishment, but at the same time, thank you for watching.
They are very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. But I did see one today, or maybe it was this morning. I have them just like going in the middle of the night too, because they're on my phone and it doesn't turn off. So like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and there'll just be a random one playing.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and I woke up at some point and there was one playing that was y'all going back to Ohio, I think, like the what the hell's headquarters?
Yeah, we call Ohio home, Hale's headquarters.
Yeah, okay.
Frankly, we didn't want anybody to even know what state we were in,
Yeah.
and so I know you're going to finish your thought, but let me throw this in first. For
Yeah.
the longest time, we tried to throw everybody off that we
Mhm.
weren't in Ohio, and the reason was because of Lynette and Crook and us already being stalked, and we moved intentionally to never be stalked again. And then these two and others, there's this horrific individual. She's a horrible human being in Bronson, which is nearby, who is a supporter of Lynette. Her name is Marla Hughes. We call her Marla Huge. And her, John Crook, Lynette, Marla Hughes, they've doxed and put our information out everywhere. And I hope everybody understands doxing is the aspect of putting public information out there with the intent for malicious activity to happen. And so what they want is people to break in. They want people to know when we're not home. They want bad things to happen to us. And so that is Hale's headquarters. And now that they've posted it all over the internet, I mean, there's just no way of getting away from it. Unfortunately, the world does know that Hale's headquarters is up in Ohio.
Sure. Um, yeah. Sorry if I accidentally doxed you.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
But yes, that is in Ohio.
Okay. I think I knew that already from the court, obviously from the court cases.
Yeah, there's a lot of information in those court documents that we'd prefer not to have out there, but at the
Right.
same time, they're there. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, there's not much you can. But it was interesting to see obviously, like, I don't know if there's a video of the inside, I mean, and I would understand if there's not a video of the
There
inside of
is.
the house. Well, I know the headquarters there is, but I don't know, is there one of the inside of the house in Florida?
Of this one? Oh yeah, there's tons. Yeah,
Okay,
there's tons of this one.
Okay, so I had like the one that I was watching showed like y'all walking all through it. You hadn't been there in a while, and it was just crazy. It's like such a nice house, and it seems so peaceful. But I do understand that that George has like she's very sensitive to the cold, correct?
Yeah, so she has no thyroid, and
Yeah.
as you mentioned, though, well, there you go, you too. So the home, I'm a very simple individual. Like I am t-shirt, jeans. I will wear the same. I mean, the fans know I wear the same thing over and over until it can't be worn anymore.
I've noticed that.
I do not spend money. I'm a very simple individual, and I realize that our northern home is nice. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, that was an investment that we had to make in our own lives for protection against people like Lynette and Crook. And the reason we're there is not because of the building. It's because of the property layout where no one can ever get to us. We are completely and totally surrounded and protected and gated, and the list goes on and on. We have different creeks, we have cameras everywhere, security everywhere. We would never live in a house like that, but the necessity of
Seclusion and
Yeah, oh, for
privacy.
sure.
so what happens, like, I'm such a simple individual. Like, I don't need anything. And that's not me. I don't yeah, if you've
Right.
seen the house, it was out of necessity for our life's protection.
And it
And
looks like a nice sanctuary.
it is, oh my goodness, it is. I mean, it is
Yeah,
a sanctuary. It is a
yeah,
sanctuary. And
yeah.
then here in Florida, exact opposite.
It's
That's
Like,
what I'm
frustrating.
saying. It's so crazy, the opposites. It's like, I mean, besides the being very sensitive to cold thing, because my mom's that way as well. She had, thyroid cancer and had hers removed, and she's been very sensitive to cold ever since. I have not, but beyond that, it would be hard for me to ever leave the up north.
It became difficult. Became very sensitive to cold. Like my hands are freezing right now.
don't be touching me, woman. She's staying here in
And it's
Florida
a
all
high
summer.
it's a
She's like, you
high
know
of
what? I'm not even
78.
going back. She goes, I'm staying in Florida.
It's supposed to be a high of 78 today. And I'm
That's not
wearing a hoodie. But that, like, him and I had discussed that we wanted to move to Florida eventually as a long-term goal. And after I had a total thyroidectomy after being diagnosed with thyroid cancer,
mhm.
that forced that long-term goal to become a short-term goal, which is how we ended up in Florida to hide on 70. I mean, who buys 70
Right,
acres? Who buys 70 acres to
right,
hide?
yeah.
It literally was to hide. So YouTube, with
Ah,
YouTube success
yeah.
comes some negatives with that
Mm,
as well, and stalking, which is a very serious issue in our
mhm.
lives. That is part of the negative aspect as well. And we were even here's the crazy part that most people can't wrap their heads around, I suppose. But even yesterday, we had a very lengthy meeting with the Levy County Sheriff Department. We had
Yes.
to leave our property for that meeting, and somebody's out at the gate honking on a horn like crazy. They drove from Georgia to meet us. Now, you would think, oh, that's a once in a lifetime thing. No, it
Yeah.
It happens
literally,
often.
we had to put up gates, locks, fences, everything, because this is a daily occurrence. And then Deanna, who is incredible, she helps us out with everything. She was a fan, now an employee, and frankly, family. I mean, when it comes right down to it, it went from fan, employee. It actually kind of probably skipped employees.
She
Just
became our
she's a
moderator.
moderator. She's
She
she's
came to our
really
meet and greet.
really she's really if anything, she's like my adopted mom. She's not that much older than me.
She is
Kind of
motherly.
mom.
She, you could say older
Older
sister.
sister, older
Yeah.
sister,
Yeah.
like older sister, and she keeps me in track and in line. But she has to go out there and field all this, and she's a level and a line of protection as well.
Yeah.
But George can tell you, I mean, I would never, ever, ever, ever live in a home like that unless it was necessity. And we had to make a huge investment to actually do that for our own private protection because of success on YouTube, which brings stalkers and people begging, literally begging for money nonstop. And we don't do videos about people begging us for money nonstop, but it's a reality. It is. And all we're trying to do is just protect ourselves and trying to do good for people, you know, and picking.
Well, most of the people that show up unexpected or uninvited, I mean, they obviously have good intentions of just to
Right.
say hello, but they're
Mhm.
all nice in the beginning. Apparently, she was nice and normal in the beginning. I never thought that. I
And
always got like
she
a
went
weird vibe off of her.
crazy.
Yeah. The weird vibe, the dead giveaway of that weird vibe off of her is stopping at the neighbor's house in the truck, and he's talking to the neighbor that sold us the property. She's there too with the child in the stroller, and she's got like one of those enclosed strollers that like a caged in stroller, comes to the passenger side of the truck, and she says, introduces herself. She says, hi, I'm your new neighbor, I'm so and so. I think she referred to her as Michelle. She goes, it's so nice to meet you and finally in person, and then immediately goes into, I hate John, I don't want him in my life, and he's going to be out of my life, and once I use him to fix up the property, he's going to be gone and I'll be able to do it by myself. And I'm thinking, like, that is no way to introduce yourself to someone. She may feel like she knows me, but I don't know her. And to introduce herself that way, that she hates the man that lives on her property.
Hi, McKinley.
That gave me a really, really, really bad feeling.
I just want you to know this is the first time we ever met. And George, yeah, I don't want George here with me.
Yeah, so creepy.
Like, how awkward, how ridiculous. Like, she's literally said she wants him to die. Like, how awkward. That's
She
in
wants him
greetings.
gone
That's so awkward.
because he's so abusive to her.
That is so awkward. I did forget, you guys. Thank you, chat. I forgot to put up the link. No,
So
that
I apologize. I got McKinley off track in regards to Hale's headquarters. I want to emphasize that's not. I think our true fans, they know who we are and they know our hearts. I mean, I literally will not buy myself. This is no joke, okay? And I will not buy myself.
He doesn't like buying.
I won't buy myself clothing. My socks and my underwear all have holes in them.
I have to buy them. Once he throws them all out, then I'll go out and buy him another dozen.
But I will give anybody anything that has a need and not hesitate. And yet she is so mad that I won't get new underwear for myself. And I look at it as a waste when I could be investing in other people's happiness and in their lives, to the point where our lives were attacked so much that we had to invest in our own protection in Hale's headquarters and try and make people not look for us in Ohio and allude that we are other places as part of our safety plan, to say we are not. But now it's all over the internet because of Lynette and Crook and Marla Hughes and other psychotic individuals on that side of the road.
Well, just to be clear, I don't get mad that he doesn't buy his own underwear. I don't have a problem buying him underwear, but the only male in my life that I have ever bought underwear for was my son. He is an adult. He should be buying his own underwear. That's what makes me mad.
Hi, McKinley. My name is George, and I get so mad Jeremy doesn't buy his own underwear.
That's a greeting. That's a proper greeting.
That is a proper greeting. That is a proper greeting. Well, I didn't mean like anything by what I meant by the house is so nice is like it's so nice, seems so private. Maybe
Oh,
it
it
was
is.
so private. But yeah, and the fact that what y'all have going on down in Florida is just so crazy.
It is.
It is. It's night and day. But if you remove the crazy stalking neighbors from the equation and everything that's going on with court and everything that comes with it, putting our lives out on YouTube, aside from the crazy neighbors, life is fine out here. It is quiet out here. And then back,
we love the property.
when you're driving on our road, on the public road, which she thinks she owns the road, you can't even see the ranch house from the road because it's so secluded in the back.
Yeah.
And part of our plan was to build a house, was to actually, George, I originally wanted to knock this one over, and George went, no, this needs to
This
be a
is part of the
museum.
history.
And
Yeah.
and we actually plumbed, we prepped utilities to build a house, but we will not be able to build a house anytime soon here. And so with everything going on with court, with everything going on in the area, it is nowhere near in the plans at all.
There's no rush.
It's not feasible. It's not financially feasible. I mean, people can see I need socks, but it's not going to be able to happen.
And I'm okay with that. The existing house used to be a hunting cabin, so it's straight up roughing it. It's not luxurious at all, and it's an old house, and it's parts of it is falling apart, but
you can literally, on the outside, you can stick your finger through the entire wall.
In the back.
I've seen that, and I was like, what is happening there? And
we have electricity, and we have indoor plumbing. There's even like a little
kitchen. Flush?
Yes.
Okay, because
it
didn't.
It didn't.
We've had multiple issues where the toilet hasn't flushed. It does now.
It does now.
I've done some work, and
living in this pre-existing old hunting cabin is better than living in a small shed with no proper electricity and no plumbing.
Conky's Flippin' Adventure says, and the floor needs tiled. It sure does. So Conky is a good buddy from up north, and Conky, I'm really looking forward to seeing you this weekend. I can't stress that enough. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the whole gang. I can't wait to be in a state where people are actually loving and caring and embrace you instead of stalk you and attack you. And so I also saw that Deborah was in the chat, and she's from Otter Creek. She is such a sweetheart. So
Deborah's here. Hey,
so
Deborah.
Deborah is in the chat as well. And so I want the viewership to understand that the Linettes and the Crooks, they don't represent the whole, the totality, in Grudge's words, of Otter Creek. The Deborah Thomases represent the beauty and the generosity and the giving and the volunteering nature of the people in Otter Creek. Deborah is a sweetheart, and anybody would be blessed to have her as a neighbor, to have her in their community, versus, you know, the fringe is the Linettes and the Crooks.
The gimme. That's her. Gimme. I'm the victim. Give me. Everyone needs to help me on my property. And give her money and feel sympathy for her. And I don't know. Some people fall for it, and I didn't fall for it at all. She tried to pull that card on me, and that's when I knew this wasn't right.
And the chats, they're going off with all the beautiful people in Otter Creek. There are so many good people here.
Oh yeah.
So many good people.
The crazy thing is that I had not checked my comments on YouTube because I'm new. I don't really think about doing these things, and also, like, I never get comments, so I hadn't been checking them. And I went there earlier today to check. I got some crazy ones. And there's just like so much. So apparently she does have supporters, I would say.
Maybe more haters on him. Very, very little supporters. Possibly. But more haters.
Okay, that makes sense.
Pretending to be a supporter, but more so hating on him or me or us.
Yeah, and people referring to you by a different name.
So George is my legal middle name, and we've always gone by George. Okay. We use the middle name on the channel.
Yeah.
And so my first name was exposed by her.
Okay.
So to move backwards 5 years, when I met her, I started calling her George on purpose. Well, actually as a joke at first, because it was her middle name. And we both have huge senses of humor. And I was like, oh, that's just funny. And then it was the smartest thing that we ever did, because it protected her identity. And if I were to go back and do it all over again, I would never, ever, ever, I hope McKinley isn't your real name, I would never, ever use my real name on YouTube. But
McKinley's definitely my real name. I have to use my real name. Well, I felt like I do need to use my real name because I am a practicing attorney. And
well, you know what? If your YouTube is going to flow into your business, then that's an incredible thing. But if I were to go back and do
It
do it
doesn't.
differently. I would never, ever, ever use my real name. I would keep.
Would you go by Jorge?
Yes, I would go by Jorge. George. It would be George and Jorge,
And Jorge.
or Jorge and George. That's what it would be.
That
G and
would
G.
be hilarious.
But her legal first name has been doxed with malicious intent, and I hope people understand that doxing, even though it's public information, doxing means it's malicious.
Yeah.
And we have all the screenshots. We have all the receipts of their malicious intent putting all that information out there. And so it was done maliciously, and that's why there's civil protection orders against them.
That's how that was one of the many reasons why we were able to get a permanent civil protection against her and the man that she claims is her abuser that lives on the property that helps her raise this child.
Yeah. And other people were saying, like, I didn't even understand the arguments they were making. Something about like that Lynette had gone and she had tried to get her civil protection order in Florida before y'all got the one in Ohio.
So let's back up all the way. So just when you have haters or trolls on there, whether they love to hate me, and by the way, most people love to hate me based on one thing. They asked me for money and I didn't give it to them. And because they see that I've done so many things, or we've done so many things literally around the world in giving, some of the things we've shown, some of the things we haven't. And when they asked, it did not fit our scope of giving.
Right.
And so now they hate me because, oh my goodness, why would he do this for them but not me? And my goodness, what a narcissistic way to think in the world, right? And so they hate based on that. And then they go and they say, well, now I'm going to go support Lynette because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay. So Lynette, we were so patient with this psychotic woman. We ignored. Residents of Otter Creek came to us and went, she's out of control with these hate pages. Otter Creek.
She wasn't just attacking us.
She was attacking everybody.
So then he hired an attorney to issue a cease and desist letter.
So they received and were served with a cease and desist May 13th. May 13th, 2023. Okay. So they received it, they ignored it, they heightened their activity. We went back to the same lawyer and said, hey, can we get an injunction on them? And he said, no, you have to have 2 acts of crime on the 3rd act of crime. It has to be documented acts of crime. They have to be in Florida. They have to be charged against it unless you're related. And we are not related to them.
I was like, wait a second.
So we attempted, we weren't able to do anything. She then contacts our mayor up in Ohio, and so we left for the summer. She contacts the mayor up in Ohio.
Well, she watched a video of our mayor at the time here in Otter Creek. She came to visit her sister in Ohio, and it happened to work out where both of our schedules, we were able to meet up and make a video. And so Jeremy introduced her to one of his old mayor friends, right? And in her mind, she thought it was the mayor that was the mayor of where we live at Hale's headquarters.
Which isn't. Near.
2 completely different people. So she calls the village that we live in, and she calls 3 times and then threatens to go to the local news if she didn't get in touch with the mayor, and then sends an email defaming him.
Saying more or less, you need to kick him out of your village, your town.
And that was the last straw.
So we went, all right.
So she contacted the wrong mayor after watching a video with another mayor, and then the mayor at the time here in Otter Creek.
So we announced that all happened on a live stream, on a Sunday night live stream. We already had legal representation in Ohio, and we told everybody, hey, we're going Monday morning, and we're getting civil protection orders against her.
That was announced during a live on September 3rd.
She went and ran to Levy County Courthouse because she tries to mirror and mimic everything we do. So no doubt she's going to try and attempt to sue us in federal court, because now we are suing her in federal court. So whatever we do, she attempts to mimic and mirror.
Well, I'm surprised she didn't issue a cease and desist right back.
That's true. You know what?
But you need a lawyer
she
for that.
skipped up on that. Yeah, well, she would have needed a lawyer. That
But I
is
thought
true.
she said she had a lawyer this whole time.
She's been saying for a year she's had a lawyer and she's coming in for us, and she didn't get one till hearing number 4.
She sure could have used one, huh?
Oh my goodness. She
I'm not
finally shut up. You know what? None of this would have happened if she didn't do what she did. I mean, think about it. None of this. If she wouldn't have stalked us, none of this would have happened.
of
If
course
she
not.
didn't create all these hate pages, none of this would have happened. If she actually adhered to the cease and desist, none of this would have happened. If she and John Crook actually adhered to the civil protection orders, none of this would have happened. I mean, this is all horrific decisions on their part. Then these are the consequences of them.
Okay. And so yesterday in MG's chat, I think you said that you talked to the detectives, right?
Yeah, we had a 2+ hour meeting yesterday with Levy County detectives again, and they are going back on the last violation at the last town hall meeting. And you got all that. You called this morning, right?
Yes, I called. I submitted video footage that they needed along with additional evidence, and I called and I left a message to make sure that they received it.
So as soon as they have it and they view it, the video footage, they said, so when we went there yesterday, it was in regards to the hit ordered, but it was also in regards to their arrest. And so they said the deputies have screwed up and Levy County Sheriff Department has screwed up. And these are the top deputies in the department. And they said they are now taking everything under their control. They said, give us the video that proves they didn't flee immediately. They went, here's the injunction. They said, here's the injunction. If they did not flee immediately, they get arrested. And they said, do you have video? And George goes, yep, I got an hour and a half of video. And they said, here's the Dropbox. As soon as we get it, we view it, they're going to be arrested. And then they went on to say that no street deputies are going to be sent out anymore for any Otter Creek, Lynette, Crook issues with What the Hales. It will be a supervisor from the Levy County Sheriff Department, and they will be immediately arrested.
Which they were all emailed a copy of the
and all the everybody knows now. Everybody knows it's immediate arrest. They all have the information. A supervisor will come out and arrest immediately. No more deputies will be dispatched out for any of this. It'll be a supervisor and an immediate arrest. Now, I will believe it when I see it.
Same.
But this is what we're being told. And
Yeah,
so
I mean,
they could have been arrested this morning for all we know. We don't know yet. We haven't been off the ranch.
Yeah. But so you don't even know if they're still there or if they fled or
We don't know yet. We don't know. But
okay.
she called the detective this morning, but didn't get him, left a message. We don't know yet. I mean, Lord willing, they got arrested this morning.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that would be smart if they actually enforced it, huh?
And that's one of the things I emphasized with them yesterday. I said, do you understand the amount of legal liability you guys have placed yourself under and the state of Florida is under right now for not adhering to the law, state law, federal law, and attacking my civil rights? And they went, yeah, we actually do. We get it. This is not okay. And the two detectives, top detectives in the department, when we are taking this very seriously. No new detectives will be on this. In other words, new rookies. It will be us. We've been in this for 25 plus years, both of us, and we are going to ensure that this is done right from here on out.
That's amazing. I wonder what got them to change their tune.
The right set of eyes, reading what the Ohio Civil Protections clearly states that they must leave immediately. And if they don't, then they're in violation.
So my answer to that is this.
Yeah, exactly.
When I go into the sheriff's station and I show that they are playing as if this is a joke and I have to film them for accountability for them to even do their job, they're under tremendous amount of scrutiny. And I have all the legal evidence that I need that they're not doing their job because of this. And now they are in a tremendous amount of legal liability.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. It's that place is a little crazy though. Like the whole situation with the Mary and the Russ, and they're all gone though, right?
Mary is gone.
Well,
so
she's no longer a town clerk, but Russell still holds a seat on the town council, and I
Oh
believe
God.
his term ends next month, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. And
Because
Don, is that
Don McCann.
Don the Con. Oh my goodness, you have so much to get caught up on,
So
McKinley.
he's on a 2-year seat, so he'll continue to hold his seat. No,
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 Don
no.
the Con's seat is
I
up
take
in
that back.
April,
Right.
but
And
he'll be sat again.
he'll be sad again. Yes.
There is Don the Con. There's a lot of characters in this multi-layered story.
so?
And yeah, go
George,
ahead.
since you're staying there all summer long, does that mean that you would be like would you be able to run? I mean, not that you want to, but would you be able to run for that seat? Will you be able to vote there? Like, what's the situation with that?
We're both officially registered to vote.
Oh, cool.
But there won't be an election this year
Oh, okay.
because there's unopposed seats. Would I ever run for town council?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Jeremy?
Would I run for town council? So this town doesn't need a council.
Oh, yeah, right.
There is no need for a town with
Right.
100 people to need a
Right.
council.
Right. Yeah.
There is nothing. There's literally nothing this town needs a council for.
Yeah.
And to be frank, if this is too frank and too transparent, I understand that blatant honest truth can be abrasive to some people. I've had more than 100 employees in one given time, upwards
Right.
150. And so for a town of 100 and a guy who's had 150 employees working for him and with him and doing things that actually mattered in people's lives, there's no need for a town council, and there's no need for me on a town council. Now I will call a spade when I see it. I will call corrupt when I see corrupt, and I will say that something's right when it's right. And so, for example, in our village back home, and I don't know if Mayor Dan is in the chat. He's been in a lot of the chats, and Mayor Dan is the mayor of our village back home, and he's invited us to come in and film the town hall meetings. So those who say, oh, Jeremy and George just went into Otter Creek and they started up this huge blank storm and filming everything.
No.
Our own mayor where Hale's headquarters has invited us and wants us to film the meetings. And guess what we said? No, we don't want anything to do with it. And I told him, I was like, if you start stealing from me, yep, I'm going to be there and I'm going to call it out. But they don't steal from people. So not an issue.
That would be boring.
I mean, we film our lives in Ohio, don't get us wrong, but we're not filming town hall or the town council people because they haven't done us wrong. And so here Jeremy started filming town council because the town clerk charged him more than double than what the base rate was and everybody else was getting.
It's theft.
Right.
And so she, in a video, this is all recorded in a video, she said, well, bring it up with the next town hall meeting with the town council. And then he showed up filming because it was never discussed, the rate increase that they gave him.
Yeah. And then that guy was like, you're a plumber. Wasn't that?
Your plumber called me personally. That's Russ.
Russ.
He also likes to pick his nose during meetings if you watch closely.
That's disgusting.
Well, who knows where he's putting them? I don't know if he's saving them for later or stockpiling them under a table, but I know his hand touches that doorknob and I'm a little concerned.
So could he become mayor again? I guess he can, right?
So Florida passed new law, Form 6, that you have to be qualified to actually run for council. And Russ the Sus, like a fool, did not fill out the appropriate forms. So he's coming off of the town council and he would have to fill out the appropriate forms to actually run again for next year if he wants to. So legally right now, yeah, he can become mayor again. He's also legally under an investigation. So it's an ethics investigation out of Tallahassee, and they can put a kibosh on it and say, no, you will never, ever, ever abuse this position or power again, and you are done for life. And they can fine him and they can do all kinds of things, but we don't know where that all is going to end up.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the only reason that if I were you, I mean, it would also be a pain, but that I would consider being on the council is just because if they're gonna keep having one, then I would not want it to be filled with a bunch of crooks, you know?
John Crook or any others.
Yeah. Oh god, that would be
Well,
terrible.
we found out that if the town were to unincorporate, which by the way, Rusta Sus has tried to unincorporate the town years prior.
Because they voted him out and didn't want him on the council.
He
So he
did
went,
it out of
it's my ball
retaliation.
and I'm leaving. And he tried to get the town unincorporated because he wasn't mayor.
That's amazing.
If the town were to unincorporate, it would save majority of the residents money on their taxes.
Tons of tax money.
Like it's not a bad thing to unincorporate, and a lot of them are behaving like it's the worst thing in the world. When how could it be when you're saving the residents money?
Yeah, and they would get more services, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's weird. They should just do that. Says me over here in Texas.
Well, you got a brain. So
You don't drink the water here.
she drinks Tito's. Tito's, Fritos. She drinks Fritos.
Tito's. Yeah, no,
Magnitos.
I haven't yet. And it's pretty gross, but I think all vodka is probably pretty gross.
The flavored stuff is decent.
Eesh. Yeah, I used to I don't remember who makes it. It's probably Tito's, but like the ruby red. Have you ever
That
had
sounds
that?
like grapefruit.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
ruby red. I used to drink that back in my before I was a mom days.
The
No.
BM before mom.
Yeah, BM. And
We're
now
not talking about the BM in the bucket. We're talking the BM before mom.
you know, I named my daughter, so my last name starts with an M, and I named my daughter, and her name starts with a B, and so now
Yeah.
I feel really bad about it, but what am I gonna do? It's her name.
Sorry, babe. I love you, but
I know.
you will forever be known as BM.
BM.
I know. When she finds out, she's gonna be pretty upset. Luckily, she's 4 and she doesn't know, so
Yeah, but BM is an adult term. So kids aren't going to make fun of her for a BM. What kid knows what a BM is?
No, it's still poopy and yeah, poopy.
Yeah.
Poopy. Poopy is a big one in the 4-year-old class.
You're
Yes.
a poopy head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and
well you're a BM.
you're a
Mom, he called me a BM.
yeah. Oh, that would be bad if they started doing that. Nah, it's just like their put downs are poopy head. Also it's a joke is poopy.
It's a funny one. Gotta give
Yeah,
them
it's so funny, right? I don't get it. And also you're so short. You're not even 4.
that.
That's when it
Haven't
really
heard
makes
that
sense.
one before.
Is she petite?
She's
Is
very
she like
little.
the little in the class?
Oh my gosh, she's so
How
little.
tall are you?
I am almost 4'6".
Oh wow.
George was just watching videos of dwarfs. I'm
I'm
not joking. She was
5'2".
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
the shortest in my family.
Oh, I am too. But my family's pretty short. My mom's side is very short. I have aunts that are like an inch taller than me, so
I'm 6'2" and slouched over just so we're kind of on the same.
Yeah.
If I were to sit up straight,
oh no. Yeah, that's always how I look too. Like always very tiny, but it's okay.
poopy
It's
head
okay.
is the
So
only name for the judge.
when is do y'all have a new court date? I'm assuming you do. I haven't kept up with I have no idea what's going on right now with the federal. I got lost in y'all's playlist is what happened.
That's easy. That's easy.
common.
That's easy to happen.
That's common.
So the answer on both fronts, with the appellate court reviewing Craig DeThomasis and with the federal court, is
Yeah.
we do not have any
Yeah.
dates on either yet. Those dates will be set later.
But the federal
There is no date on the federal yet either.
Okay.
So it is filed. She and he have been served. They are both being sued for defamation, extortion, and a list of other things. And this is kind of this is a domino effect of what's going to happen in their life. This isn't the end. We are literally just at the beginning of what's going to happen in their lives. But as and more information comes out, then more follows that, without showing all the cards, because you have to understand, you've already gotten comments from trolls or people who love to hate and then go and say, oh, Lynette, John Crook, Jeremy just said this, George
Oh,
said
yeah,
this.
no, for
We're not
sure.
going to share every single card in our hands. We share a lot of the story, but they have no idea what's coming for them.
Yeah, you should definitely not share all of it, because apparently that's what got this thing started in the first place, was the live where she got a heads up, right?
Well, that's when we got our civil protection order. She went and ran to get injunction, what is called in Florida, in Ohio, it's civil protection order.
Right, right, right.
And she just tries to mimic and mirror everything.
Yeah.
And the reality is, everything we've done, filming and exposing the neglect and frankly the abuse
And the
and the
exploitation
conditions
of
and
the
the
child.
exploitation, that's all constitutionally protected freedom of speech. What they have done is not constitutionally protected speech at all. It's
Right.
inciting hate, crime, malicious intent, and it keeps going on and on and on.
Fighting words.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Well, that is very interesting. I saw I've seen some streams. I've seen some streams about the exploitation and that kind of stuff. I do have a question for you. Yesterday on my stream, I was playing, I don't even remember what it was, something about Restless Us, and the chat started telling me about favors. I don't know if you can speak about this, but is this really something?
Yep. So what he has done, and this is part of the investigation that he's under as well for ethics, is since the mayor of a town of 100 people is so powerful. Oh man, could you imagine being the mayor of 100 people? The power, and it's like, well, the only thing they have control over is the town water. And there are people that are on the lower income side here. And if you're female, then you can't pay your water bill. Well, nice little sexual favor and done deal. So we'll turn your water back on. And that is something that he has been alleged, and and females have come forward and stated that he has done.
That is horrifying. That is so horrifying. And also, like, I mean, he can turn your water off, but apparently he can kind of also like mess up your bill to make it seem like you owe a lot more than you do. So he could just like say you owe this money, even if you don't, and then
That
turn your
happened.
water off.
That happened to us as well.
Yeah.
So they charged us like ridiculous amounts, and we did everything to prove that it wasn't a problem on our side. And yeah, I mean, they don't like you. And frankly, I mean, if I can be very, very bold, the bigotry with that individual in regards to Northerners, listen, we're not in the Civil War anymore. And even if we were, the Ohio kicked Florida's butt. So why in the world are they going to keep bringing this stuff up? We're not bringing it up, but there's bigotry in regards to Northerners versus Southerners, and how dare they, YouTubers, the appearance can be, oh my goodness, these rich YouTubers, and they don't understand the aspect. I make no money, and they don't get that. I mean, she gets a salary from the business. Deanna here gets a salary from the business. Christian and Patience up north get a salary. There's not enough money to go around. I don't get a salary. There's
Right.
not. I'd rather have help. I'd rather have help with all that we're doing than to get paid. And so they don't understand and go, oh, well, this guy may have a little bit more than us. No, we're not on welfare. Okay. So we have built business, and that business generates income, but that income goes to pay all expenses. So I say this a lot. If you have a business and you generate $1 million in income, and then you have $1 million in expenses, how much money is there?
None.
None. It's the same as if you run a business and you get $1 of income and you have $1 in expenses. There's no money. There's no money, to the point that, frankly, anything extra we end up giving away to people and organizations and community and all of that. So our Christmas in the Creek, all of that we've invested money, we've invested time. Our community of followers have literally rallied around it, invested thousands of hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you put a value on that? I mean, just huge what people are willing to do for others. Yeah. And so we've invested in memories. We've gone, let's invest in memories and helping people instead of doing for ourselves. Because really, what do you get more from buying a new pair? This is my philosophy: buying a new pair of socks or giving a new pair of socks to somebody who really needs them.
Yeah, no,
Wait, by
absolutely.
the way, we were supposed to go donate socks.
We were supposed to go donate socks today in Cedar Key. I forgot to tell you, I messaged
Oh,
her.
yeah.
You're going to do it on Tuesday instead.
Okay.
I saw the live. Y'all talked about the socks on the live, right?
Mm-hmm. We've
The
had,
Beanie Babies and the socks.
yeah.
Yeah, the Beanie Babies, the socks, the gloves. Yeah. Yeah.
We've also have asked our fans to send in jackets, which some of them have sent more than just coats and jackets. They've sent socks and gloves, and so we found a ton of socks in a storage unit, brand new, still with tags on
Brand
them.
new.
And then a couple of our fans have trickled in some more socks, and so we're gonna make sure that they receive those to give to those that are in need, because they do their food pantry every Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
And then the socks and the coats are just an additional bonus on top of the food that they receive.
Paula just said collection coming soon for Jeremy's socks. Paula, send Cedar Key Food Bank socks. I'll be fine with the holes in my socks.
Yeah, he's cool with the holes in his socks.
I'm cool with the holes in my socks. I much rather see people send socks to the Cedar Key Food Bank with people who have extreme needs versus me who is just comfortable with who I am and will wear holy socks no matter what.
That's right. Melanie said it best. Don't send socks for George. I have so many socks.
She throws them everywhere. Yeah, it's not good.
Uh-oh. That's another greeting. She throws her socks everywhere.
She does.
This woman.
Hi, is your name McKinley? Oh, my name's Jeremy. George throws her socks everywhere.
Yeah.
So my feet would be cold and I'd put socks on, and then my feet would get hot and I would take the socks off and just leave them wherever I take them off.
Would you still do? I'm surprised you're not throwing them right now. But she's got shoes on.
Okay. My mom's always when you said that, I realized my mom has like a giant drawer of socks, hoodies. She's always wearing a hoodie. We live in Austin, Texas, and it gets like 110 sometimes here in the summertime. I mean, it's always above 100. And she wears a hoodie outside. Like,
oh,
wow. Couldn't do it.
She's always cold.
Thyroid makes a huge difference.
Listen, I ain't wearing a midriff in 110, and I ain't wearing a tank top because nobody wants to see that at my age with this dad. Even though dad bods are in, nobody wants to see it. But I ain't doing a hoodie either in 110.
No way. I had my thyroid removed too, but I had Graves' disease, so it was like overactive thyroid, and for some reason when I got it removed, that did not go away. I'm still hot all the time, so I guess I'm lucky.
Claim it, McKinley. Claim it. She's like, I'm still hot all the time.
I mean,
she meant temperature hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I misunderstood completely.
Yeah, no, I'm always burning up, which is not a great thing in Austin, but I guess I'd rather be I'd rather be hot. No, I'd rather be cold. You always want what you don't have, I thought, right?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Deborah said that she's throwing socks too. Deborah comes out and helps us.
Yeah.
And she's just a blessing. She's a blessing.
Oh,
and Deborah hasn't been out recently to help us. We've been in a funk with all this legal stuff.
Yeah, Deborah's come out and she's helped us with Christmas in the Creek, with setting up and decorating. She's helped us sort storage units. We took her to a storage unit when we purchased it.
Yeah, we went to Gainesville and took Deborah out there.
That was kind of like a surprise field trip.
It was fun.
Nice. When was that?
Boy, that'd be a month
couple
ago.
months ago.
Okay.
But she
Feels
says
like
a couple,
couple.
I say a month.
Feels
I
like
don't-
2 months ago.
we're so swamped with all this ridiculous court stuff, and sometimes it feels like it's all day phone calls with lawyers, and it's we want to get back with Deborah. Well, you probably will within the next few days. We're sorting a unit now. We were supposed to finish yesterday, but never got it done.
Was there good stuff in it?
Yeah, there was a lot of nuggets in it.
Nice.
Not butt nuggets, but and not gold nuggets either, just other kinds of nuggets.
Nice. What does this say? Oh yeah, always hot. Man, it's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. Does it get really hot down there in the summer?
Very, and she's never been here for the summer, but she says she's staying all summer. Well, okay, how about it? I'm going home.
I can never have a nice hair day. Like my hair is gonna be so frizzy.
Uh-huh.
So I'll have to put my hair up in a bun all the time.
I
What about
stayed the first summer. I stayed here
He survived his first
till
hurricane.
August, and I stayed for the first hurricane. That was fun. Like for me, that was a ton of fun. I'm like, I'm
Right.
gonna do this first. I'm gonna go through a hurricane, and I was like, this is gonna be fun. And there's 3 videos on that hurricane that came through, and I did it as if it was Naked and Afraid episode. And the thing is I was naked, and there was a reason for it, because all my clothing was in the camper and not in the house. And I pulled the camper away from the trees and then put all the slide outs in. And without electric hooked up to it, I couldn't put the slide out and get new clothing. And I got soaked in the actual hurricane. So I'm out there filming. I'm literally naked. And it's Naked and Afraid. And there's 3 episodes. And at one point, they're so buried now, it's ridiculous. But at one point they're like, there's comments, Jeremy, you're reflecting in the, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't look when I was editing in the reflection.
I
But
don't remember.
Oh no.
well, you're not the only one that's seen my driveway, George. So
They're all saying they're gonna send you WD-40 because your chair
I-
is squeaking.
I
again.
WD-40'd it already, and it starts squeaking again.
Should we use a different lubricant?
Okay, that was I'm just gonna take a drink.
Um,
You can use whatever lubricant you want.
what kind do you want to use?
Coconut oil.
Something that we found in a storage unit. So Jeremy has purchased a storage unit in Texas.
Oh, really? Where?
I don't even remember.
Like Dallas area.
Probably
Like
Dallas,
the
yeah.
Dallas area.
And then I gave it all away.
Huh? Was it cool?
I don't. There was a. There was. I think there was a super cool billiards light that goes over a pool table. That was
It
cool.
used to belong to Dude Perfect. Somehow.
Oh, that's right. We bought the Dude Perfect one too. I forgot that.
It was a Dude Perfect unit. Are you familiar with Dude Perfect? They're a large channel.
Oh, they're a
on
huge
YouTube.
channel in Texas.
really?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. You think our headquarters is nice? Like their headquarters is huge.
Oh yeah,
And
there's
so,
some people on YouTube that have some crazy ones.
so I guess one of the managers dropped the ball and the bill never got paid, or management switched hands, and then it went up for auction. And so there was a ton of Dude Perfect items in there. And I want to say they gave
We'll see what happens here. Keep
they
going.
gave the panda suit back because that's what they really, really wanted out of everything.
Their panda suit. Oh, they wear a panda suit.
Yeah. Okay. He's trying coconut oil. Someone in the chat said lithium oil is good for chairs.
Well, we did have that with the.
I know we found in the unit that we're sorting now, there's a ton of different oils and lubricants that
I threw
that
those
were
away
for-
already.
oh,
That
I
were
saved-
for adults.
I know I saved a bunch that were for cars. I guess he used
Oh,
to work on
I
cars.
thought you were talking about the adult ones we found.
No. See where his mind goes? I wasn't even referring to that at
We
all.
found a ton in that last unit. The
We
pink,
did.
the pink wand, the princess wand.
The one that you threw across the storage unit. I
Yeah.
mean, we do find a lot of those, like adult toys and nasty, but that gets thrown in the garbage right away.
That's an interesting thing to put in a storage unit.
People store anything and everything in storage units. Like there's been very, very few units that we have bought at auction that don't have those things, which is nice.
That did not work at all.
It sure didn't.
Coconut oil is not good for a chair.
Nope.
Probably-
I had a feeling it wasn't going to be. Somebody said Vaseline. I don't know that Vaseline's going to work. Maybe.
Vaseline might be
Remember
just too
when they
messy.
told us Vaseline for our bird feeders? Don't ever put Vaseline. All right, first of all, don't get Vaseline, a huge jug of Vaseline to put on your bird poles. And then don't go out there as a man and then start rubbing it all over the poles on video for YouTube. Not a good idea.
So at
Don't
Hale's
do that.
headquarters, we have 3 bird feeders, and someone suggested putting Vaseline up the pole so that the
Squirrels and chipmunks would stop
wouldn't get
getting
to
it.
the bird feeder,
Oh.
and it just caused a huge mess of
Huge.
blobs of mess.
Huge mess.
So then they suggested slinkies.
That just gives them an elevator up to the food. So the chipmunk would jump on the slinky and it would go yoink, and it shot them straight up to the food. They were like, "Thanks, you made my life easier."
It was
You
like
have
an elevator.
Like
And
the
then-
little chipmunks. I don't know.
Yep.
Are all chipmunks tiny? Oh my God, those things are
Yeah.
so cute.
They are
I'm
cute, but
obsessed
they
with
damage.
squirrels.
They're very damaging.
Yeah.
And
We got a bunch of them.
And then what ended up working was the clear domes that go over. You put it under the feed so that they can't go up the pole.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that before. I like watching squirrels and chipmunks eat those. Sometimes I watch on YouTube, there's like some kind of, those critter cams.
Yeah.
I've spent all night before watching a critter cam instead of going to sleep.
I like watching them too.
Maybe we should do that.
I like watching the different birds that would come to the bird feeder and just eat from the bird feeders.
Yeah. Yeah. I love
Our office at Hale's headquarters is
It's like a nature center.
It's like a nature center. It's built into the mountainside, and then you can see all the animals, and we have hummingbirds and bird feeders and a deer,
The
a
bird
salt
aviary.
lick, and so
Nice.
it's so peaceful. It's very different than living across the street from
really
Lynette
is.
and Crook.
And then our peacocks are there in this huge bird aviary we had built.
Melanie says, "So's your toilet." You are correct. There are those who know exactly what the inside of Hale's headquarters looks like, and we do have a toilet surrounded by windows, and it is wonderful.
I don't know that I noticed I saw there were a lot of windows. I don't know that I noticed the toilet being surrounded by windows, but I did notice a lot of
best seat
windows.
in the house.
It is the best seat in the house.
Really?
And it's not even a bucket.
That's pretty awesome. Because that would be really disgusting. But that is kind of odd. Did y'all put the toilet in the middle of the windows, or was it already there?
It's already there. We're in the middle of the woods.
Oh yeah,
Nobody,
so I guess.
yeah, there is nobody who can see anything.
It was the previous owner's design because they were the only other people that have lived in the house. We're the second to occupy.
Must be where they got all their thinking done.
Yeah.
It's where I do my best work.
Yeah.
I'd be guilty of that too.
Yeah. I might just go in there and sit if it was surrounded by windows and all that wildlife, though.
Yeah.
If there's no game, I don't know what they're talking about. Chat is crazy right now, and as you can see, I don't pay attention to it.
They're talking about Lynette's handcrafted bucket.
Oh, yeah. Which I
bucket.
didn't understand the gain bottle at all. I heard it was for
That's where her urine funnels into. So she funnels the urine into the gain bottle, and then she uses the top button. No, 100%. That's what she does.
Yeah, look.
Could you imagine what that smells like? She drops the deuce behind that funnel.
See that black hole in the
Mhm.
hole? That's where
Mhm.
the urine goes and goes into the funnel, into the green gain bottle. And then,
And then she takes it and spreads her pee-pee all over Otter Creek. Marks her territory. I wonder if she uses that bottle on Crook.
Oh, maybe. That's so disgusting.
Very.
Right. And if it was just her living that life, great.
There's a
Whatever, we don't
child.
care. But when
There's a
there's a
child.
child that has this life-threatening disorder and it's not sanitary, and if anything and everything can kill her, why are you living like that?
And Lynette has
Unless-
a pattern of abuse.
Dave is here. Dave from MLS, which y'all are doing the Lego stream. Hello.
So what do you funnel your urine into? I mean, I don't see why this is so weird.
Well, mine goes into a 55-gallon jug because I hold a lot of urine. So, and so
Mind you, for about 6 months, I streamed from a treehouse. So, you know, this doesn't sound weird to me at all.
Yeah, but did you have a child with a life-threatening disorder where anything can kill them?
No, that was a little different. You know, it's the
That's
details,
okay.
I
At
suppose.
that point, it's okay.
see, don't get me wrong. We're out in the middle of the woods, like any man would when they wake up. They would go, "Why would I go to the bathroom? Let me just put my sandals on. I'm gonna go out in the front yard, write my name in the sand." You know,
But you don't
get me
save
wrong.
it, right? You don't save it, I guess.
I don't save it though. I don't save it.
I feel like that toilet contradicts her sympathy and exploitation story of having a child that has a life-threatening disorder.
Yeah.
I have been like immersed, by the way, in your streams. I went back 3 years in your streams to watch everything so that I feel like I can somewhat talk intelligently about your situation for Saturday stream. And so I'm enjoying it. I'm all the way up to Mary was just charged criminally. That's where I'm at right now.
I'm not there yet. How are you?
That's good. That's good. By the way, we were younger, we were thinner. I had more hair.
Yeah.
Hers wasn't as gray, but actually yours probably is the exact
I
same.
do have a lot of gray hairs, but you can't really
see it
tell.
on camera.
See them.
You can't really
So that's where I'm at thus far. And I was just kicking back watching that particular stream, that town board meeting where the mayor canceled it and she was charged. And then all of a sudden I got word that on my case that I'm covering, there was movement in the courtroom. So I did that. And now I'm here hanging out with you guys for a second, just saying hi.
All right.
All right.
I've been enjoying it. That was my point. I've been enjoying your whole story with
Yeah,
what is it,
right?
Otter Creek?
Otter
So
Creek.
that's been fun. Yeah.
OTT, but we renamed it ODD.
Yeah.
I do have what I'm gonna build Saturday. I hope I'm invited and it's not just a
Yay,
giant
you're gonna build too.
No. Come with.
I was
What are you building?
I already have what I'm gonna build. picked
Okay.
out.
I haven't picked what I'm gonna do yet. I was thinking just my nose. Just pick my nose.
I got a set. I'm gonna nickname Florida Man.
I
Because it was
saw what you're doing.
yeah, I tweeted it out. Yeah.
I saw the tweet.
So it'll be good. It'll be a good time. You're not gonna bring them up?
It's this time. Wait, not bring what up?
Just leaving me hanging back there,
Bam!
McKinley.
Just like
Where
that.
were you? Oh,
Just
She's been
leaving me
sitting back
hanging.
there. I was like, well, maybe she was gonna say something.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I couldn't see.
The man who won all the toenail clippers.
All
How
of
long
them.
were you waiting? 15 minutes? Were you waiting?
15 minutes.
At least.
Let
has-
me throw this idea by you guys. Mark Feather is coming out with a YouTube channel, and we are training him. As a matter of fact, we're doing all-day training tomorrow with Mark Feather and some others. And I told him, I texted him today, and I was like, every single one of your videos needs to be exactly 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Good idea, bad idea?
Good idea.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
I like it. You're building lore from the first video. I dig it.
That's hilarious.
That
I
is
do like how you
hilarious.
break yours up. I don't have the patience. Like when I first started my channel 6 years ago, I would film and then I would edit and then I'd put everything out. And I found the editing was so tedious that I just stopped streaming entirely or putting anything out. And then I started streaming trials. I'm like, well, this is cool. This is laid back. But now they're like super long. And now I feel like I need to edit all these things again anyways. So it's just a never ending battle.
That's why I live stream. I tried to do like the cutesy animal videos around the farm. The editing it's just so hard. I can't do it. Now we just live stream stuff.
So not that this is about YouTube training, but
Yes.
okay, so I'm gonna hit you with some YouTube training just because we learned this all by being students of YouTube, and we love to share with others because we love to see others being successful. First of all, a live stream is not the best way to
grow your
grow a channel at all. As a matter of fact, it'll typically do the exact opposite. But live stream is very, very good for a community and to build a community. So when we came into this, we went, all right, we're going to do pre-recorded, what YouTube calls pre-recorded videos, Monday through Saturday. We're going to do a live stream every Sunday night. And that's where we're going to build the community, is in the live stream. And by the way, we all start at zero, right? I mean, we were doing live streams talking to nobody. And so live stream is incredible for building community, and YouTube isn't going to push that content out. Now, in regards to breaking things up, like Making Law Simple said, man, it's just too long. So YouTube looks at two particular things. Okay. And I know everybody gets on here and says, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. That means nothing.
That used to mean something. And
in the olden days, that means absolutely nothing. And to be honest, we don't care about subscribers. Subscribers are great for your ego, and we're thankful for everyone who has subscribed. So I don't want them to feel slighted, but views is what really means something. And we're at, I think, 312 million views now. So YouTube, for your views, for your pre-recorded content, looks at two major metrics. They look at click-through rate, and that is your thumbnail. Who is clicking on it? How many people did they show it to? How many people clicked on it? And that goes through a series of steps in the AI, the artificial intelligence. Number one, everybody who subscribed to your channel and has all notifications on, if you put out a pre-recorded video and they click on that and the vast majority click on that, then YouTube takes it to the next subset, which is those who have subscribed, but they just want personalized notifications, or in other words, your best content. And the way YouTube figures out what your best content is if all of those who have all notifications on it, the mass majority clicked on it, then they push it out to those who have just personalized. And then if that gets a high enough ratio, then they push it out in the algorithm to build another audience. And then what you're looking at is AVD, which is average view duration. So what you're attempting to do is get your viewer to watch the vast majority or the most of that video as possible, because YouTube's whole business plan is to keep the viewer on the platform for as long as possible. So if you can keep them engaged, then they push it out to more people. That's how YouTube works. It's the easiest hard thing you'll ever do in your life. And
yeah,
so
Valhalla, just do that.
So that's why we break things up, and you'll see that we will intentionally break things up with a cliffhanger. And the other key is to be consistent. You have to train your viewers and your, I mean, really, they're your viewers, your fans, your followers. You're training them that every day at this time they can expect this from you. And so for
I even know when yours come out.
There you go. It's 5:30.
What's like your favorite cartoon or your favorite show growing up? You know exactly what day it came on and what time it came on. And so we try and do that as well.
So
I do everything exactly wrong.
We do a lot of it wrong too. And there are points. So I'll share this with you guys as well. We are typically 100% opposed to doing and being on live streams with other people. And it's not because of the other people. It's because of viewer fatigue. So for example, we were on a live stream this morning. We've been on a lot of live streams, and we get that. And we're on a live stream right now. And I literally was in the live stream, and I put in the chat, hey, I'll just come on and answer questions now because we were available. So what we get scared of, and it's not we, it's me, is if they see too much of us, they're saturated with it. And if we're on for hours and hours and hours and hours and they're so saturated with What the Hales, who in the world wants to watch any more What the Hales? And so I typically am very, very protective of that, to where, listen, you'll get us live on Sunday night. It'll be for this amount of time from 8 to 9. Then we'll do an auction or a buy it now. And then that's our live stream. And we protect that time to keep people salivating, to make sure they're not saturated. But this is so important. This is fundamental attacks of constitutional rights. Linet is the sideshow. This is attacking First Amendment and other constitutional rights that the world needs to know that McKinley just downed that Tito, that one. And so we're breaking all of our own rules because it's so important that anybody and everybody knows that constitutional rights are being affected and attacked. Really, they're being attacked.
Yeah, and I like to come in knowing as much information as possible. So that's why I started watching your whole Otter Creek playlist, just so I had I want like all the background,
Me
so I
too.
can know where this this whole thing sort of started, and it puts everything into context for me. So I've been having fun doing that.
There's a
And right
lot.
now I'm not getting too much of you guys, but we'll see
You
after a
will,
month
you
of
will.
this.
Like, so here's the thing with YouTube as well, and I'm sure you guys have already figured this out. You will have a new fan and a new follower, and they will binge you for a month. If you're lucky, 2 months. If you're really lucky, 3 months. They're done with you. You're a has-been. Okay. We all want something new. All right. So been there, done that. They're on to the next content creator. So your job as a YouTuber is always to engage that next viewer, because it's constant. If all of your subs watched all of your videos, we'd all be, we'd be lucrative in regards to, how many views we have. But it doesn't work that way. A sub is just a like. I mean, it's the same as going on Facebook and liking something. And so you have to engage, and you have to keep them coming back. And if you have that viewer for 3 months, you're extremely lucky. But we're all lucky that we have diehard fans, don't we? I mean, there are moderators, there are friends. They feel like family. There are those who are just incredible people that we can't get enough of. And for some weird reason, they can't get enough of us. So
I don't understand that part, but
this would have been really great information if I hadn't just recently retired from YouTube and no longer streaming.
You've been streaming more than ever recently.
Right?
Well,
He's been on
because
every
there's
day.
a trial locally here that I've been covering, but no, it's that's the thing too. And so there's another local attorney that streams. Well, he does short videos. He does like 15-minute videos, and he'll put out like 2 or 3 a day, short little videos.
Yeah.
And I was talking with him a few months back, and he's like, "Yeah, do the short stuff." And I'm just, I can't talk for that little. Like, I tried to do a short stream, and it went for an hour, And so obviously, it's going to have to be something that's edited. So if there's an editor out there that wants to help me.
Oh my gosh, we've been trying to hire an editor for 5 years now.
I hired an editor 6 years ago when I first realized that this was going to take like 8 hours to edit, a 15-minute video, just the way I was doing everything. And it was fine, but it didn't have the same character. The voice was different when you hire somebody, like that doesn't really know the tenor you're going for.
It's a
so
style
it's really
of art.
weird.
Every artist has their own style, so it's always going to be a little different.
Yeah,
you gotta find that editor that matches.
That can match with your style. Yeah.
Like Debbie Vaughn. Debbie Vaughn is in the chat. She's been with us when we were nothing. Okay. And we're no different today than we were when we first started. But Debbie Vaughn's been there from the very beginning. And there's many, many, many precious followers and fans. And there's another guy, his name is JK. And we jokingly, they think it's a joke. We jokingly say that we're leaving the channel to them, to Debbie Vaughn and JK, when we're gone, which could happen at any moment, at any time, that we want them to carry it on, because they actually get us. We know they get our humor. We know they get the jokes and the sarcasm and the whole deal. And to be lucky enough to have people like that who actually follow you and care about you, not just follow you, but care about you, and they feel like family. Man, how lucky are we?
It's beyond normal for people that don't understand what we're talking about, right? Like, if you're not a YouTube creator, if you're just a viewer, it is a bizarre and amazing feeling to have people that pay attention to just grown men sitting around building Lego.
You had talked about when you were streaming to nobody, and I would live stream. In fact, for New Year's we went back, because I had only been live streaming since March of last year, so it's been about a year. And when I first started streaming, we went back and looked at my live chat, and there was nobody there. I was talking to nobody, and then all of a sudden, Jamie this woman named Jamie popped up in my chat. And since then, she's been on my channel and all kinds of stuff, and she's been great help. But yeah, Jamie. It was like, oh, I got someone to talk to. Yay. Let me bring her on panel so I can actually talk to her.
Everybody wants me to talk about ketchup, and I saw your like ketchup shelf.
Yeah, we have a full ketchup shelf. I love ketchup. My parents, when I was growing up, they owned a grocery store, third generation. It started in 1918. And we were so poor, so poor. We had a grocery store. We were so poor, and Mom was such a bad cook. Mom learned everything. And so us 5 kids, we literally put ketchup on everything. That was our salvation, was ketchup. And so I can't do spices.
At the packet.
Yeah. And so I eat ketchup literally on macaroni and cheese. If you give me a croissant roll, I'll put the ketchup in the roll with mashed potatoes and
he eats ketchup on his ketchup.
Rice, like she'll make jasmine rice, and jasmine rice is perfect with ketchup.
Really?
Ketchup?
So I shouldn't tell you that I banned ketchup from my office.
That kind of hurt.
That kind of hurts.
So first of all, I'm not a fan of ketchup. It's fine if it's around, but I don't like the smell of it. And my office staff got into a ketchup packet fight where they were just throwing the packets, but then it got rolled over by an office chair and sprayed against the wall. I'm like, that's it. We're banning ketchup.
No ketchup on you.
That's a good reason to ban ketchup.
Right.
All these adults throwing ketchup at each other.
That actually sounds like something I would encourage.
I kind of encouraged it until the ketchup went all over the wall.
And then you're like, all right.
No.
Dave the Buzzkill.
Okay, so I do have a question, Jeremy, back to the YouTube thing, of course, because I'm new. I see that you record these videos, and you do leave off on a cliffhanger. It looks to me like when I start one and then when I go to the next one, it looks almost like you might have recorded them in the same day and you just play them later. Or is that what you're doing? Or are you recording a new one every single day and then uploading it and playing
sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay.
So
are you asking because he's wearing the same shirt?
Yeah.
No, I know that's not a good, but it's like the position on the sofa. Like I've gone back and I'm like, wait, it looks like that's actually the end of the last one. Because I know he wears that same Otter Creek shirt a lot.
Yeah, so you'll see, if you, depending on how far you go back, there are shirts that have been destroyed, and even hoodies. Like the last hoodie that we sold, a fan purchased my gray hoodie. I've always had a gray hoodie.
It was during our meet and greet.
Yeah, during our meet and greet, we had a fan purchase our hoodie for $15,000 to help kids go to camp, which was just incredible. And so there is a natural life of the clothing, but typically for us, and again, this is just us.
I am not.
McKinley, you can come out and be honest about it. Are you a stalker? Are you an ordained minister?
Yes, I am.
I'm not one of those, but I do watch a lot of your videos.
Would you like to be an ordained minister? We
can show you how to do it in under 30 seconds.
Under 30 seconds.
Right,
just like she did.
Online, right?
There's a website for that.
Yeah.
You don't need to be ordained if you're a cult leader already, so we're good.
There you go.
That's true.
So the way that we do it, and this is just what's easiest for us. We split responsibilities first of all, and the employees have different responsibilities as well. But normally I like to be a day ahead. So for example, we just finished filming while you went live, and we just said, okay, it's 3 o'clock or 3:30. Let's eat lunch. We ate lunch. You went live. I'm like, hey, we can jump on. We just finished filming. That will be tomorrow's video. And so I don't like having too many ahead of time, because what happens is if I have too many ahead of time, which is literally almost never the issue because we're always so far behind instead of ahead. But if I get too far ahead, what happens is information, things I already covered, I can't recall because there's so many videos, right? Yeah. And so I like to stay a day ahead, and there's a reason for that. YouTube themselves tells you put the video up a day beforehand. It goes through all the AI checks. It's checking for your verbiage, whether you realize this or not. The AI, there's tons of AI in YouTube. There's AI for your thumbnails. There's AI for your verbiage that you're using, all your speech. So, for example, if you are doing a video and then you say, and then we're going to Disney, and a video, and then an ad comes right there, guess what's going to happen? The AI is going to go Disney ad. By the way, Disney ads pay more than Viagra ads or the woman with the banana ads with Megan Fox last night. So remember that all ads are tailored towards the actual person viewing. So it's tailored towards gender, it's tailored towards age, it's tailored towards. So on Tug's stream last night, every time he was watching our video, this woman with a banana in her mouth, which was for an ED issue, ad kept coming up. So it was targeting Tug based off of his age, gender. But what it was also doing is the video, it was saying this video is too edgy for a high dollar ad. It was putting the lowest of the low ads. So you'll get your ED ads when it's edgy material. You'll get ED ads. You'll get beer. You'll get those kind of ads if it's edgy material. Your highest ads pay when you're talking about money and how to make money, which is typically what we are doing, teaching people how to be fun employed.
And a lot of people think that the content creator gets to pick and choose what ads go where, and it doesn't work. It's a random pool.
The AI does. And YouTube will also, as you guys know, they will demonetize your video based on language, which we have so many demonetized based on John and Lynette and based on but YouTube will still put in ads and then they will get the money. You won't, they will.
What?
So,
if it's demonetized, they still make their money.
You
just don't get a share of that.
I just today turned on ads for some videos. My first time. So I know nothing about this.
Oh yeah. You'll start getting that. I had or like I was streaming a trial yesterday, and in the police car with the two suspects in the back seat, the car is playing a song. And so now all of a sudden I have to share my revenue with the copyright holder for that song. So I challenge that. You got to stay on top of this stuff and challenge a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah.
And remember, you're getting less than a penny for that. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what the percentage is of less of a penny for that ad, but and then they're going to split it. And it gets kind of crazy in regards to how YouTube does things. And a lot of the oh my goodness, they got it to 20,000. That's incredible.
Outstanding.
Wow.
So Debbie Vaughn is in the chat. She's our follower that created that GoFundMe.
Yeah.
She's been very involved in
she's amazing.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
You have the best. You have amazing chatters and fans.
We really do. We have an awesome YouTube community.
You really do.
We really do.
How many active? You talked about building a community. You do that during your live streams on Sundays. How many active members are in your chat?
2 weeks ago, they hit 19,000 people in chat.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, how many? You see the names, you remember the names. I could say I probably have about 200 or so that are really active, that are really part of the MLS crew that are watching a lot of what I do, commenting afterwards or in the live streams.
I have 29 members. Okay.
So I'm looking at the names right now and okay, yes, I know. I mean, we know them. We know their personalities by their comments.
Yeah.
We read, this may be, so here's the other thing. The fans will get mad, or followers will get mad if you leave a comment and you don't respond and you don't like it, or they send you an email and you don't respond. The reality is this: at this level, it's not humanly possible.
No.
And at this level, which will probably shock you guys, we still read, and it's not we, it's me. I will read every single thing that's sent to us on all platforms. Now, less than 0.1% ever gets a response, but I read everything. It's data, it's analytic, and it means I don't sleep is what it amounts to.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, and they'll be like, I come here and I watch your video and you won't even respond. And I'm reading it, and nor am I going to respond to it. And I'm reading it and I'm like, all right, you're out of here. All right. We don't tolerate this garbage. But they're so upset. They don't realize it would take
it personal and don't realize that we're just overwhelmed with.
We have real jobs doing real work. Then we're filming. Then I'm up all night editing. And there are times where I get no sleep whatsoever.
I do like reading the comments. Usually I'll lay down in bed at night and I'll go through all the comments that have been posted. And I usually give them like a thumbs up, even the trolls. And the ones you get responses are usually the trolls because I love messing with them.
We did that.
We used to have date nights where him and I would
That's all
read
we did.
comments together, and we would
troll the trolls.
We would thumbs
Outstanding.
up,
Yeah.
we would heart every single comment, and this was before we hit 30,000. And we would
Outstanding.
make a date night of it, and we would troll the trolls right back, and it was so funny.
But then we started learning more about YouTube, and YouTube themselves tell you, do not tolerate negative comments because negativity breeds negativity. And they straight up tell you, block them. Do not tolerate it. Do not allow it. YouTube has their own creator academy. They have their own channel where they teach YouTubers how to be YouTubers. And we went, here we are doing it all wrong, trolling the trolls. When YouTube's telling you do not tolerate it, take a no tolerance stance, don't allow it to happen. And we went, all right, we're completely changing our philosophy and what we do. And then it got to the point where we literally get death threats on a daily basis. And she couldn't even read stuff anymore because it was so horrific.
It's stressful.
So there are people who have said, I want to kill you, Jeremy, and I want to come all over your face and everything in between. And so it's just, I hope I didn't just get you in trouble for that.
No, you're good.
You get me in trouble.
Because it's your channel right now.
You're good.
You're fine.
With YouTube. And so you get everything in between. And it just got to a point where it was affecting her so negatively. And I was like, all right, you're not even reading any of this stuff anymore. There may be an email where I say, hey, can you respond to this email? But other than that, it's pretty much I read everything, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's horrific, whether it's ugly. I read it all because it's information that I can base decisions off of.
It's stressful. Just reading the comments earlier got me to do this to my nail.
Don't read the comments, McKinley.
And then I was responding back to them, like they're like, you're an attorney. Well, then you should know that blah, 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 blah. And so
here's one of the things that one of my buddies, reality TV star, I mean, if you dig far enough, you're going to see videos with them. Reality TV star. We've helped a lot of reality TV stars create their own YouTubes. And he told me this, which was impactful for me. It was just very simple. He said, Jeremy, the more access you give people to you, the less demand there is for what you create. He said, you have to limit your access to people. And that resonated so strong with me to where I was like, he is absolutely right. If they get where I already talked about salivating versus saturating. If I saturate them, which by the way, the one attorney who's putting out 3 or 4 different videos a day, don't ever do that. And the reason is this is another YouTube lesson. YouTube will only give out 3 notifications within a 24-hour period. 3.
That includes things that you post on your community. So that's your community,
your lives, your pre-recorded. They will only put out 3 notifications. Okay. And so for us, what we do is we post community in the morning when we wake up. We do a pre-recorded video at 5:30, which is coming up. I usually release at 5:25, but we say 5:30. And then what we would do at night is there was another thing that YouTube used to have that we would do at night. They don't do it anymore. And so shorts is not it for us. It doesn't fit what we do, and it can be successful for other people. It's just not for us. But what you'll see is creators out there putting 5 shorts out a day, 10 shorts out a day. YouTube only gives 3 notifications within a 24-hour period. So you're putting all this content out there that nobody's being notified about, and it's going to go nowhere and it's going to do nothing. So keep that in mind as well.
Interesting.
And then wait, so that was only 2 though. You do your morning community.
So the other thing they don't even do anymore. And so we've just wiped that clean, and we don't do shorts. So we experimented with shorts. Shorts did not help us at all. And our audience is long form content audience. And frankly, our lives are long form content lives. And for us, it's scrapbooking our life. And it's held on the platform YouTube. And if people want to watch, they're welcome to watch. They are not welcome to be negative or to be nasty. And if they are, they will not be tolerated because it is our lives. And that's not limiting their freedom of speech. that is the consequences of their speech, which we get to choose whether we want to listen to it or not. So
Did
they
you
had their freedom
comment
of speech,
today?
and then we went, you know what? We don't want to listen to it. So we can turn that off, and they can have their freedom of speech on their own platform, on their own channel, on their own. And so that's the way that we do things. Is this is a scrapbook of our life. You're welcome to be a part of it with us if you'd like to view. If not, that's okay. Just be nice. That's what it comes down to.
There are words that we've added to the ban list,
Yeah.
and so YouTube will automatically hold those comments for review if a specific word they type that YouTube doesn't like in their comment, and it gets held, or sometimes we never even see it at all.
For example, our addresses, our physical addresses are banned and blocked because there are those individuals that want to dox us. So that's an example. Phone numbers are banned and blocked because there are those that want to dox us. The F word, the S word, all those words are blocked as well. It's not YouTube family friendly, regardless of whether you use it or not.
Wait, the what words?
The F word, the S word,
any type of swear word that is considered edgy.
Vulgar language.
Vulgar language. It's not YouTube friendly, and so that's all blocked as well. YouTube will do that with even out your block list. They'll just block it automatically.
But you're talking about so on your page, your address and your phone number and stuff are blocked, but are they blocked on in my comments, or can people come in?
No, it's all you have to have your own blocked list set up.
Okay.
Yeah, just on our channel. We have our block list. If we were to print it out, would be from the ceiling to the floor.
Nick makes a good point.
Freedom of speech is not an obligation for others to listen. There you go. Nick makes an incredible point.
Fact. Nick Staroff. He's a Swedish labor law. He's one of our buddies.
Yep.
They were on with him.
The wheel of regret.
Yes. That's right. I was on that stream. What am I talking about?
It's been a lot of streams.
Yeah.
The wheel, Nick, I can't wait to see your next. The wheel of
regurgitation. That's what it's the wheel of regurgitation.
All that stuff you're shoving down your face hole, it comes out.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
He was getting the hiccups from all the spicy stuff he was eating.
I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Melanie says, Jeremy, I'm on your block list. Melanie, we also have mods that block.
Yeah.
And sometimes YouTube makes has issues too.
If you ever see our chat goes by so quickly. A lot of our mods have accidentally blocked the wrong people. So if you feel like you've been blocked by accident or by our moderators, feel free to email us.
I know that feeling.
You don't slow down your chat either, do you?
No, because it'll slow down our show, and I won't be able to say thank you to everyone that sends it during real time as close as possible.
It's crazy that you're able to do that too. But I guess there are two of you, so that helps, right?
Yeah.
Well, and for McKinley, the other thing that helps, it's good that we're talking about this right now because we have all day training tomorrow with people. It is good to have somebody to bounce jokes off of with, so people will be like, oh my goodness, I love it when you guys, what do you call that? When we banter. They love banter. They love banter. And the other thing is I also firmly believe, like I've got buddies that I film with down here and up north. And I also firmly believe the more that my buddies and our friends are in videos with us, the better the videos are.
Yeah.
Because they can go, I hate Jeremy Hales and I don't connect with Jeremy Hales, but I love, and I see Conky's been in the chat. I love Conky's Flippin' Adventures. I love him. And so when you have these different characters, they're real people, but different characters, somebody will go, I hate George. I hate her. But they'll see Patience, and you may not know who Patience is yet. But I love Patience. I love her.
Did she have her baby?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Baby Pepper. We called her Baby George.
Oh, I love that name. I know. I was thinking the baby's name was going to be George, but
yep, it's Pepper. And so the more it makes it easier, banter and
absolutely
quality of video and And the more friends you can have having fun, and people are engaged in that, and they want that. I mean, we all want that. What are some of our basic needs? We want acceptance. We want to be friends. We want to have fun. And when you can show that in a video, they can't help but be drawn into it. And to the point where, I say this to George often. I even said it today, but it got chopped out on the editing block. That I actually attract some very, very dangerous people, such as Lynette and Crook.
Right, for sure.
And we had a meeting yesterday with the Levy County Sheriff where we talked about another dangerous individual that we have attracted, and whether that's personality wise that brings them in, whether that's the way we live that brings them in, whatever it is. And I love so many people. Like, I'm so accepting of people until you lie to me, until you steal from me, things along those lines. But it can be very, very dangerous that the wrong people are drawn to, because they want what they don't have already in their life, and they think you're just going to give it to them. And it's like, hey, I've known you I feel like you're my own son, or things along those lines. Or I feel like we're best friends, we're doppelgangers. I'm like, dude, I don't know you, man.
Rekieta Law talks about this.
That's part of it. Comes with the territory when you put your life out on YouTube.
Rekieta Law talks about it. It's called a parasocial relationship, right? Where the viewers, they know a lot about us, and we may not know who they are at all, let alone know them from a couple of chats or whatever the case may be. So it creates a weird new thing that's not really ever been before, right?
Well, the other thing too is I feel like they think they might know us too, but they don't necessarily know us.
Right. They know the version that has been presented to the interwebs, right? And
exactly.
no matter how real that is, right? No matter how Valhalla I am, you're still not getting the bad moments. You're still not getting, when I'm having a rough day and just angry at the world kind of thing.
I just opened up my phone, and of course it's on your face because I've been doing nothing but watching you guys.
Yikes.
Valhalla is that your first name?
No.
Smart man.
No.
What does Valhalla stand for?
It's or I will never tell you my name.
My name's out
his
there.
Real name on purpose.
It's out there. It's not exactly a secret anymore. My real first name, but I'd rather it not be kind of thing.
Jedediah.
Yeah, there you go. But Valhalla awaits.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said that's what we've done on our channel, where I just go by my middle name, but my real full name has been exposed lately with everything with court and everything.
Well, Lynette and Crook is who did it, and Marla Hughes.
Yep.
That's sad.
And you make a really good point, is that they only see a section of your life, a sliver. So there are so many times where people will make negative comments towards George based on what she said to me, or make negative comments to me based on what I said to George. They have no idea what George has done to me in my life, and what I've done to George in her life, what it looks like 24/7, and
he got mad that I ate the last of his ketchup,
and rightfully so. For people to then think that they know best based on that little sliver of life that you've shown them, and then to say some of the things they say, it just leaves me shaking my head so much. Like, you have no concept of reality, no
concept of how this actually works on a day-to-day basis.
Yes yeah.
But to answer your question, Valhalla Awaits actually has like a sappy little significant meaning to me. Valhalla obviously is the afterlife for the Vikings, right? The soldiers. I'm a combat vet. I was in the infantry, went to Iraq twice. So the Valhalla thing is a little deep for me, just as a principle. And the Valhalla Awaits, the principles or the idea of Valhalla is that the warriors would wake up every day and they would go to battle and they would fight. And no matter what happened to them, win, lose, or draw, they would all come back to the great hall and feast and drink and tell stories and brag about their victories of the day. And then the next day they would wake up and do it all over again. They would go to battle and they would fight, win, lose, or draw. They would come back. Valhalla Awaits is the idea that no matter what happens, you have to wake up every day and you have to fight. You have to wake up every day and you have to put your best face on. And even if you get your butt kicked that day, you just got to do it. And you got to do it again tomorrow, even if that means just taking a shower. You know what I mean? It's a daily reminder, and I kind of dig it.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, the chat saying thank you for your service, and so are we.
Well,
I screwed up and used YouTube originally to advertise for my law firm, so my real name's been out there the entire time.
Yeah.
So, oh well, it's not really a screw up. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
But so there's
It's
no
part of
hiding me, though.
marketing for your law firm.
Yeah, that was the original intent, and then it didn't really go anywhere. What's interesting is, and so then I started live streaming, and I still didn't really get any advertising for my law firm. But as soon as I said, like 3 weeks ago or a month ago, I said I'm done streaming trials. All of a sudden, I started getting calls and emails from people that saw my YouTube channel and wanted to reach
Oh
out.
my goodness! Wow.
So that was working out.
That's funny.
Wow.
That's crazy. Okay, we have some super chats that are directed towards you guys, of course. How do I? Okay, I can pull them back up. Marcus King says Alaska supports the Hales.
Thank you so much.
Marcus.
By the way, here's another tip. Don't ever be on a live stream with somebody when you release your pre-recorded video, because
right?
your fans can't watch both. We are breaking the rules.
Yeah.
We are breaking the rules.
Every day, because I go like my streams are at this time, and every day it's like the numbers just go whoop at this time. What are you gonna do? But thank you for the other day. You were in chat and you were like, "I'm still here." That was very nice. Kim Bars, Jeremy, you need oil.
I coconut oil
Coconut oil.
It didn't work.
Did not work, guys.
Get the
Okay.
WD-40 out.
Long Island guy, only after you filed your lawsuit did the sheriff decide to abide by the protection order.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
It does feel that way. It does feel that way. And again, we are patiently waiting for them to do the right thing, as they now say they're going to.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry, how you doing, buddy?
Absolutely.
I think Larry started this train.
And then he emailed and texted everybody. He's like, "Have you seen this crazy Lynette Turtle lady? She's a stripper and a minister." And everybody's like, "What?
The characters involved are hard
Are you a minister?"
to deny.
A stripper and a minister. Oh man.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
And the buckle up came from the threatening call he got. And little did that caller know he was being recorded.
And Tug's
Oh, idiot.
email last night.
Oh, that was amazing.
hilarious.
That email is amazing.
I
Yeah.
cannot
See,
listen
I'm
to
out of
all
the loop on all the stuff that everyone's
new
been
stuff.
covering of you, because I'm trying to watch your videos.
Same.
But
Same.
Dude, it's there's a lot. There's a lot. And we never
There
watch
is.
TV. We don't have time for it in our lives. And we never watch YouTube. We don't have time for it in our lives. But we keep just putting you guys on while we're working, and then listening and draining the batteries like crazy. Like,
You're sucked in like the rest of us now, man. Now you're in for the long haul.
I've been watching Larry, DUI guy, since the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp case, and I watch, and that buckle up voicemail was crazy. Like, just
Yeah.
because you're covering a case, then somebody to call and threaten like basically your law licenses.
Well, I think this
you know what it does for us with you guys all covering this. It actually confirms that we're not the crazy ones. They are. Like,
Yeah.
you get through this part of this process. It's like, okay, so even sitting in court, okay, you tell an individual long enough, you're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a horrible person, you're a horrible person, and that person is going to start believing it, right? I'm in court 5 sessions right now over 4 months. And all I've heard is how horrible I am and not been able to say anything. A judge who is supposed to be unbiased literally thinks I'm the worst thing in the world because of Mark Feather, apparently, or because of me, or because of Lynette. When I'm going, hold a second. I've done everything correct. I've done everything appropriately and right and legally, and they've broken the law. What is going on here? And then you guys covering it going, we have never seen anything like this in our lives. And we're like, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. No,
I'm not going crazy.
it's super crazy. But that judge,
he's
I
so biased.
he is.
It's
The
unbelievable.
biasness is very appropriate.
biasness.
to him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's crazy. But it seems like there's like something behind that. Like maybe before you even got there might have been something behind that. Like, and also something I've been wanting to ask you, behind Lynette, is that really Russ?
Yes.
No.
And they're texting. If you watch, they're texting. They are texting. in
See,
court.
now I'm starting to learn all the players, so I know who
crazy.
Russ is now. I know who Mary is now. I'm
Yeah.
starting to learn everybody, and I'm enjoying it. So now, when I watch your hearings, I'll actually be able to know what exactly is going on. So
Yeah, once I get caught up on the videos, then I'm gonna do the hearings. That'll obviously be a very long way off because y'all have a ton of videos. But yeah, I wanted to get caught up too, so I knew who all these people were. But that's crazy. He's there.
It's so multi-layered, and yet at the same time, it
all comes in full
connected. It goes
circle.
full circle and is connected, and it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Small town politics at play.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go back and watch the videos, and I'm glad I did because now I know who Russ is, and he's sitting behind her, which is weird.
Flippin' Adventures is in the chat. Hey, Flippin' Adventures, we got done filming about an hour ago, and we jumped on Legally Live, obviously.
We were supposed to go
And
grocery
so
shopping.
We
but
were
here
supposed to go
are.
grocery shopping, but we're here. And then we were coming to the schoolhouse to work, and I promise I will still get work done. I promise.
Uh-oh.
well, I'm gonna jump off. I'm setting up an interview for tomorrow with Solomon Anderson. Maybe a quarter of the chat knows who he is.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go do that, and but I look forward to Saturday with you all,
Yeah, it's gonna
building
be
some
fun.
Legos and talking more. I've got a lot of work to do before Saturday. I've got like 2 days left to get caught up on all your stuff, so I'm gonna work on it.
Good luck.
Looking forward to it.
All right, see you guys.
Not to bail on you at the same time, but I'm gonna anyway. It was great to talk to you guys for a little bit. Huh?
I said, how rude is that?
I figured I'll let you get back to your stream. I think
Okay.
I'll bow out gracefully at the moment.
Okay.
Saturday is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. We're streaming on both mine and MLS's channel, so we'll either way is good there.
Drop the link in the chat if you want to.
We'll do. I'll throw both of our links in the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
McKinley, thank you, babe. Love and appreciate you. I'm gonna go
Good to
feed
see
some
you.
goats, y'all.
Okay. Bye.
Later.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Why
forgot.
can he have goats and I
have-
can't? Yeah, there we go.
I forget I have a soundboard. Okay. So I don't know how you say that.
I just say dry bags.
Dry bags. There you go. They
You
are stream stalking him.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Denise, ask for change of venue out of District 8. That's
We
so
asked
much
for a
harder
change of
than-
a judge.
I mean, that might be a possibility, Denise. Where it would go into a different district.
Yes. More difficult to accomplish than you would think. Tri-flow lubricant. No idea what that is, but I'm assuming it's for the chair.
Yes.
I'm too pure to understand what that was about.
Thomas Sawyer, Mr. Beast himself had 25 subs in his
First year, you know.
really the whole year.
Probably.
When he started when he was young, like 16, I think.
Oh,
16.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never seen him. Yeah, 28.
Since 2018, George wasn't even in my life until.
Well, Amy said she's been a quiet sub,
Uh-huh.
meaning she doesn't really comment a whole lot.
So I started the channel with a blonde, and I went 180, and I went blondes are dangerous. It's only brunettes for me.
There was a different woman when you started the channel?
Yeah.
And the channel name was completely different.
Channel
too.
name was different.
Wow.
Sidekick was different, and it was like I literally just started it, and she was I don't mind sharing. I've been open about it. She was very physically abusive to me and her daughter, and other ways as well. And there were 5. It was the 5th time I kicked her out of my home for being physically abusive, and every time I let her come back, if she got counseling, got help, and at that 5th time it was done. There's no more. There's no repairing. And
Yeah,
at that
don't let
point,
me go to number 5.
yeah, so at that point there was really, I mean, the channel wasn't really doing anything anyway. Well, I was,
It was
but
more of a hobby level at that point.
and then I was gone for 6 months, and then I met George, and I was like, hey, I want to see what this thing can do, and I'm
Nice,
gonna goof around with it, and I'm still goofing around with it today.
nice, nice. So are the other if I go back far enough in your, playlist, am I gonna see that, or are they
No,
no longer there?
no,
Okay,
she's deleted from my life, appropriately
okay,
so.
okay, cool.
I mean, if you run into a video where you see her, let us know, but there shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'd like to delete it. So if you see her, please let me know. But I'd prefer that it wasn't there.
Okay. Um, Dan Davis. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
We honestly, we don't care.
Who cares?
Okay,
Life goes on. It's
right?
no big deal. We're
Sorry.
not going
Who
to waste our
cares?
time going back and watching
Yeah,
it.
sorry. Yeah, and also that's just, like, bad energy. I don't want that kinda energy and, like, always around, in my head and stuff.
They thrive on drama. That's what they
Yeah.
want. That's the way they live their life. Great. Just don't bring it into mine.
Oh my god, I just now realized what it says.
Mark
It says
Feather.
Mark Feather, but, like,
There he is.
I've I've loved this little like, the
Look at
graphic
that.
on that is always so pretty.
Harriet's a
Uh,
sweetheart too. We got
not
to
as
meet
else.
Harriet.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, she made handmade buttons for part of the swag bag for our What the Hell's meet and greet,
Oh, cute.
and donated 300, 400.
Oh,
She
wow.
donated a
A
lot.
lot. A lot.
Okay. Okay, so she knows about graphics.
She's a sweetie.
Jill, verify the child's illness. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, we already saw what Nick said. Maxie, that's a cute name. Candace Owens just debunked.
Debunked.
Debunked. Okay. Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Yes, so excited. Oh, Wendy's gonna be on the Lego stream also. She,
Oh, really? Cool.
what do you call it when she hosts it or MCs or whatever.
Okay,
Um,
looking forward to it.
like, because everybody's doing their Legos, she helps with the chat and, like, pulls things up and everything.
So she keeps everything under control. I think a lot of times they call that a producer.
Okay. I guess she's the producer. She keeps the boys in line.
Yeah, we've never had a producer before. That's why we're always out of line.
A
Actually,
producer.
Flippin' Adventures is kind of our producer keeping us in line. I mean,
Nice.
honestly, it's probably Flippin' Adventures is probably our producer keeping us in line.
Okay,
And
I asked Flippin' Adventures the other day in MG's chat. I was like, "Hey," because 'cause I'm a mod in there, I feel very special. It's my only wrench. And, I asked if they had a YouTube channel, and they're like, "Yes, but nothing's been posted in, like, a long time or something." But that's interesting to know because they seem to have, like they're very in the know, so they work with y'all.
That's yeah, yep. Deanna, that is Deanna,
Okay.
who was a fan. Her first
Okay.
video she ever watched was when I first started. I did a video how to winterize your camper, and then she would make suggestions in the chat, and we were like, all right, you're in charge of it, and now she gets paid for it. So she was doing
Nice.
it. She was doing it volunteering. Now she gets paid for it. And she's an employee, but honestly, I mean, when it comes right down to it, I think I already said this. She's
Yeah.
family. She's not old enough to be my mom, but she's old enough to knock me upside the head
Okay,
as an
this
older
is the
sister.
sister.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So that's the same as
yes,
flipping it. Okay. Nice.
that's Flippin' Adventures.
Okay. I had no idea. Okay, so Teresa Fenn says, "Thank you to everyone supporting George and Jeremy and team what the hales buckle up."
buckle up.
I hate reading out loud. Um, okay, we already got that one. Bunny, was it legal? Oh, don't ask me legal questions. Come on now.
I can answer it,
Okay, what does it say? Was it legal for Silverman's peoples to sit behind Jeremy and his attorney? And oh yeah, it's legal, but
but it's
it's not.
unethical.
Yeah, I mean that's not cool. It's just like
It's a bit shady and a
it's a
bit
bit shady, it's a
sus.
bit sus, if you will. I mean, like, why would you do that? They had the whole other side, right?
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, to eavesdrop. Denise, Mark Feathers should only do 15 minutes. Yeah, for
That is
sure.
a brilliant idea.
Yeah. But so you were talking about that engagement thing earlier. If you do shorter videos, does that like with YouTube for the amount of time that they're engaged, does that count? Are they
So it's based on a percentage, but
okay?
let's say you put out a 30-minute video and
Yeah.
they watch 50% of it,
Yeah.
or you put out a 15-minute video and they watch 50% of it. Which video do you think YouTube's going to push more? The
I don't know.
30-minute one, because they
Okay,
actually watched 15 minutes over the
okay,
15-minute one would have been 7.5 minutes.
okay.
So for us, we're at a point with YouTube. We used to battle back and forth. How long should a video be? Editing. I am not a skilled editor, and I've been doing all the editing. She's done a few as well. Neither of us are skilled editors. I mean, that's just not what we are. But we can entertain and educate on screen, and that seems to be what works for us. And we used to battle back and forth. I used to say, no, 20 minutes. And then I was like, no, 24, 25, perfect. And I would look at sitcoms on TV and go, okay, how long is a sitcom? Okay, you get 22 minutes in a sitcom with commercials, and that's your 30 minutes on TV. And I'd be like, 22 minutes. Now I don't care.
Yeah.
This is our life. I'm putting it out there. And if YouTube pushes it, great. If YouTube doesn't, great. It's our scrapbook of our life. And right now it's all about accountability for all these legal issues.
Right. Right. And I think it's doing a good job for that. Okay.
Yep. From the beginning.
Yeah. George was trying to decide on becoming fun employed. Oh, fun employed seems like the best life ever. With maybe some minor complications. Love What the Hells and all the Ohio crew. Looking forward to Elvis videos. Yes, I see you're obsessed with Elvis, right, George?
I'm obsessed with winning.
Okay.
The coin pusher.
Yes, I watched a whole coin pusher video today. I am also obsessed with that, but I've never done like a real coin pusher. I always do like Dave and Buster's with the like tokens. It felt so good to watch that video. I can't wait to see more of those.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Loving Jeremy and George. Wait, Dawn. Loving Jeremy and George from their home state, Ohio. So glad to have found this channel too. Oh, thank you, Dawn.
Dawn's a long-term as well.
I feel like y'all have a lot of Dawns.
And Dan's.
And Dan's?
Yeah, and Dan's, like Dan Davis. Waiting for Deanna to pull my ear.
Like a mom.
Oh, here we go. How did you know that? You're so fast. I didn't even read it before you got it. You're good.
Well, we tell people we can't read, but
apparently
true. We can read. It's just a joke.
We've been practicing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I actually heard while I was waking up this morning that you have like 1 million degrees. Was that really you saying that? And you were a professor?
Oh yeah, I've been an adjunct professor as well. And so with adjunct professor, so I have a master's degree in organizational leadership, which really is just business. And then I would take up to 6 students a year, and they would do experiential education. So if you think about education, most education is in a classroom and you're getting it from a book. That's horrible education.
Right.
Real education comes by doing and being with somebody who can teach you. Okay. And so I would take up to 6 students, fully accredited. They could get their master's degree in counseling, education, and organizational leadership. Fully accredited. They lived life with me. And
that's amazing. That is amazing.
Is this live? No, it's unalive.
Isn't Stephen Gosney another attorney?
Yes,
here in Florida?
Yes, in Florida. Yeah. But he does appellate work mostly. And
from what I hear, you don't want Steve as your attorney.
That's what he told us. He's like, you do not want me. If you need me as your attorney, you are bad. You're a bad man.
For sure, because he does death penalty. You do not want him as your attorney. That is true. But as a friend, he's an amazing man.
He seems like it. He mentioned God in one of his chat, so he's a believer as well.
No, he was like, oh my God, could this woman be real? That's what he was saying.
Yeah. No, the other day I was having a what the hell stream, and I had sent out a link, and he joined me, and we ended up not talking about what the hell's mostly at all. And we had a talk about the death penalty, but also about like religion and going to church and stuff and raising your children in church. And it actually convinced me, and I have not been to church in like 20 years, probably. It convinced
Wow.
me to take my child to church this Sunday. So I've told her that, and she is so excited.
She's gonna
She's
love
gonna
it.
love it. She's
I
gonna.
know.
By the way, my master's degree is from a seminary.
Okay.
So, those who don't know what a seminary is, I think most of you probably right now you're probably thinking priest and nun. A seminary is where pastors study the Bible. They get accredited education. My degree is from a seminary, but it's not pastoral. It is business.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I have a friend who went to a seminary at first school, and now she's an amazing mom. She really is. She like homeschools her children and everything, but I don't think she ever like as soon as she graduated, she already had a child that was like a year old, so she went into being a mom, but she enjoyed it.
She wants to know if you're Filipino.
I get.
She gets this question all the time.
Steve, I get this question a lot. Or do you like prefer to be called Steven?
Steve, she's black, like Lynette is. Okay. Lynette and George. All right.
To answer your question, I was born here in the States, and both of my parents immigrated here from Egypt over 40 years ago. I'm 41 now. I'll be 42 in 2 months. And they immigrated here maybe 43 years ago. And so I'm Egyptian.
Nice. Yes, I had seen that somewhere or heard that. Your chat is very informative when they come over.
Yeah.
They know more about us than we know about us. That's what's scary. We're like, oh, we forgot. They're like, don't worry, we got you.
Steven says his wife is Filipino.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm sure she's beautiful.
Nice.
I'm sure
I've
she's
eaten a lot of
absolutely beautiful.
Filipino dishes. They are amazing.
I've eaten a lot of ketchup. It was good too.
That was the first time I ever tried goat meat, was in a Filipino dish. It was made like stew, and it was delicious.
I want to have goats, not eat goats.
Yeah, me either. I don't.
Dan loves it when we find a Bible. Well, every time we find a Bible in a storage unit, there's usually a sex toy right by it or a porn. So go figure that one out. Or Jesus. We'll find Jesus statues right next to the sex toys or the porn. Every single time. It never fails.
That's a bit awkward.
Well, it's like Lynette. I'm a stripper. Ma'am, is it true you're a minister? Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh my God, that deposition. I cannot wait for the rest of it. I just can't wait. That was so good.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's so good. There's
It's
so
good.
many awesome clips from that. I hope the whole 7 hours is like 7. Is it really 7 hours?
So it was a 7-hour time frame with breaks, with lunch.
Multiple breaks.
multiple breaks, her hanging up, then phoning back in. So I don't know what the total time. So it's probably 4 to 5 hours of real actual footage.
She called back after she hung up.
Well, lawyer called back.
Okay. Oh, nice. Coin pusher videos were life-saving for my long hospital stay. I bet so. I still go back and rewatch them. The hails were so positive and encouraging. Seriously.
Thank you, Harriet.
I was so surprised how much I enjoyed that coin push, the one I've seen. I was like, who knew this could be content? But it's amazing. Please pray for Marcus. He has been sick for 8 days.
Aww,
we will do.
Prayers for Marcus.
Prayers for sure. Okay, well, I have kept y'all on here for a super long time, but I think we are, y'all are, I can share it. So thank goodness I don't have
to.
That's incredible. That really is incredible.
Wow.
It is incredible.
We appreciate the support.
Yeah, it is so incredible.
Right.
I think DUI guy said he's going to go live at 6.
Is that, that's in like 7 minutes. Right? Because I'm central.
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's 7
okay,
minutes.
okay. So I should send everyone over there, right?
Well, that's the other thing about YouTube. If you want any training, nobody owns any time, so you can be live as long as you want. But there is etiquette. I mean, there is
Right.
etiquette, and you have friends, and you know, you want to help each other out and things along those lines. But
Oh,
nobody owns any time frame on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
oh yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know that. But well, I didn't know that at first actually. But no, I don't like to be live. I don't like to be live when DUI guy is live. And I am going to it's spring break right now for my child. So I'm gonna go and pick her up. Actually, no, I'm gonna go and put up one of those inflatable water slides at my parents' house for her to slide on because she's been asking me to do it forever and she's gonna be so excited. So
Oh,
I'm going to go do that, but I'm going to set up the redirect. Redirect. That's what it's called.
Okay.
We don't even know how to do that. You're way ahead
we
of
don't know
us.
what
We
that
don't know what.
means, but okay.
I know it's an option, but we don't know how to do it.
I don't think you even have redirects turned on, do you?
We've never done that before.
I'll check because we're probably going to go grocery shopping. I'll try and check and find it, but I don't
Yeah.
even.
I mean, you can if you want, but like honestly, y'all don't need it because your people just like tune in exactly when they know you're gonna be
Where do you
live.
find the redirect? Can you guide me?
Is it in
Settings?
StreamYard?
No, it's in settings.
Okay, so I think who knows, dude? You're asking the wrong person. Somebody had to direct me to it, I think, but
I'll find it. I'll find it.
okay. Yeah, you can't ask me. You got to ask somebody who knows what they're doing. Somebody
Okay.
told me how to do it, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, this is how I do it." But I do know how to redirect now. Oh, Steve says go to YouTube. Yeah, I thought it was customization, and you will find a redirect. But that's how you redirect others. Maybe that's also where you slide the little thing. But y'all don't. I mean,
Oh,
seriously,
customization there. I'm
people
looking
always
now.
come.
Customization.
Oh, they
I'm looking now, and I know I shouldn't be.
well,
Okay, I'll find it later.
okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. This is so awesome. I like never expected this, but y'all are amazing. I love watching your videos and I am so looking forward to see how this all plays out.
And we, just so everybody knows, we crashed her live. So we invited ourselves.
I mean,
We
And
weren't planning on doing
this
this.
wasn't her
but thanks for
plan.
having
We
us.
crashed it, and she was gracious
Thank
enough to
you.
allow us to be here with her.
Thank you for crashing. It's been amazing.
Thanks again.
I'm going to just set this up really fast to see, am I in the right one? Okay. Customization. I should have done that while I was, okay, DUI guy. So y'all have to wait, like, what time is it right now?
5:56.
So 4 more minutes.
Okay, they have to wait 4 more minutes, but I'm gonna send you over everybody. And I also do y'all have like an exit thing when you exit?
Well, we only do that on pre-recorded because that's another tip to where you want to share a playlist, you want to share a subscribe button. So that's a 20-second thing but we don't do that on live streams.
Okay, yeah, because I just end.
So do
Okay.
we.
Yeah, you're just like, boom, we out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye. We are gone.